Dragon Ball Legends just made some massive changes, but are they any good? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the super maintenance is over in Dragon Ball Legends. You can play again. Also, your daily missions should not have reset, even if you didn't get them done yesterday, because of the maintenance. Now, before I get into what they changed and if it's good or not, and how I'm feeling about it thus far, if you go into your box, your present box, you should see you have 200 free CC for celebrate this huge update. Not a crazy amount, but it's 200 more than you had if you didn't accept it. So just thought I'd let you know about that so you can go and get that. And because I like to be positive here, we're going to start with a positive change they made, which is the changing of the Battle Gauntlet. Well, it's kind of positive. I'll talk about it. We can see here that you now only have 30 floors, and it is also a new name. It's not called the Battle Gauntlet. It's called the Rush Battle, Zenkai Rush Battle. This is where you will now be doing your battles to get your Zenkai Z power for characters. There's still actually the missions. I know people have been asking me, is there still going to be the missions when they announce that they're going to have this new mode? There is still the missions to get 4,000. This new game mode still only gives you the 3,000 Z power like the Gauntlet did, but instead of 100 floors, it's now only 30, and you can skip 24 of them if you're able to beat them all with, the units. If you don't have the new units, it is still kind of tougher, but I don't have Jason Birder, and I was able to make it to floor 24, so it's not too impossible. But this is a big W. If you've been watching my content or come to my streams, you know how much I hated Battle Gauntlet and how much I hate the repetitive PvE content they always push out. So this is still, I still have to play, like 5 battles, 6 battles, whatever, which, hey, I prefer to play 1 battle, but this is infinitely better. And you also get the USTR medals from this, so that's a big W too, because I hate playing USTR as well. So to get them from here is a very nice update. I really like this. The one downside though is they've taken away CC from this. As you can see on this screen, it lists all the things you get. It says clear all 30 floors to get 3,000 Awakening Z power for Final Form Frieza, full power. You get 300 CC, which is less than the 700 that we would get from the Battle Gauntlet with all 100 floors. So that is a shame. I will say, though, they have been on a trend of giving us more CC like every month per year as the years go on. We get more CC on average. I don't know if they're going to put this in something else or how we're going to get back that, 400 CC that they're taking away from this event. I assume their thought process was, oh, well, they don't have to play as many battles, so we're not going to give them as much CC, which is dumb. Gauntlet was way too long to begin with, I'm pretty sure. And one thing I hate, this is a tangent here, but in the new Rush Battle, it has the same skip screen animation where, like the people bounce off each other that the Gauntlet had. And I feel like they have that in the game just to make it so you're in the game, playing the game more for their metrics, but whatever. So that's a shame, but you do now get 15,000 Rush medals from the whole thing. So that's a W from there, but the CC is a shame. It is only 400, but that's almost half of a multi, which is a decent chunk of change. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll have some new event or something, or maybe they'll just include it somewhere else. I don't know what their game plan is. That is a bit of a shame, but overall, this is a W. I do like the shortening of it immensely, and I also like that you can get rush medals from it. Another W in my book is if you go to your profile card here and you change your favorite character. You know what? Let me pull up Magenta here, actually. Just because they allowed it so you can show the transform version of a character a whole lot easier. So if I click Magenta here and I click switch, you can see easily have Cell Max. It's so much easier than how I showed you all before. And when you're on your home screen now, bam, there he is. They made it so much easier for all characters, actually. However, Yellow Tapion still doesn't allow for you to show Harutogun. I don't know why, but they don't like him. But overall, simple little nice change. Now, this is what I really like here. They updated the user interface for the exchange shop. And as you can see here, this is from the Endless Summer Duel, our last PvP season. I ranked high enough to get one of these 600 Z-Power medals. But you can see here, it shows how much Z-Power I have for all these characters. And it's not only for Z-Power. If you go to any of the shops, to go to Rare Metal Shop, it tells me how many slot removers I have, how many, Turtle Hermit Geese do I have, how many expanded equipment limit slots do I have. It tells me how much I have of everything. But I find this to be especially nice for things such as how much Z-Power you have, because this saves you from going back out into your box, looking at who you need Z-Power for. You can see how close you are to getting a new star, someone on a character. So this is super nice. I really like how they're showing all this. It does seem a little scrunched, but I do like that they show how much you have. So that's a big W in my book. And now the biggest change, which is being met with I feel like it's more negative than positive, actually. I feel I've seen most people upset about this change more than anything. And it's the PvP change. So if we click Rating Match just to show you what the new interface looks like, you can see we have squares now at the top, and as they light up, that means it's like finding an opponent, I guess. And when they light all the way up, eventually, whenever we get all these squares lit up, it will mean we are going to be launched against our new opponent. Alrighty, so there we go. And as you can see now, this is like the new screen. You don't see how much RP your opponent has. You don't even see how much RP you have on this screen. They have my guild there at like the top. You can see it says got milk up there. It just shows like your good games, or if they have good parties or whatever, it shows that. Shows your little thing. I feel like you could move the guild back down underneath the title, but hey, whatever. This is what the new screen looks like. But despite not being able to see your RP on that screen, you can see it in the home screen. As you can see here, it still shows RP there. So you can see how much RP you have. See, no, it just doesn't show you like in that battle screen. But overall, they made this change to make it like skill-based matchmaking in Legends, not just based off RP. It's like if you're winning a whole bunch, you're gonna fight other people who are winning a whole bunch. So it's not like, oh, I'm fighting someone who just happens to have the same RP, but maybe they're not quite as good, but they just have played a lot more games, if that makes sense. They did add this new thing called Formidable Foe, which I have not seen a single person yet. I think it's because it's the beginning of the season. I think it's based off of if they have like a lot more RP than you, then they come up as a Formidable Foe. And if you beat them, you earn more RP than usual. And if you lose to them, you will lose a lot less RP than you normally would. So fighting a Formidable Foe is supposed to kind of be like a tough battle. You know, you're not expected to win, which is why you don't lose as much RP when you lose. But if you do win, it's like a big reward. They do acknowledge, though, that they're still seeing how this, you know, works. They're testing the waters, which is why we have the renovation preseason. That's what the new PvP season is called. It's a preseason, and they will make adjustments every preseason until we eventually get back to our, you know, grand season. We're back to the normal PvP season. You can see at the top, it says Super Space Time Duel Renovation Preseason 1. So we'll see. One thing I've been seeing a lot of content creators say, and I have the same feeling, is this is going to make showcases a lot harder for anyone that isn't like a new unit. And say, like, for example, this team I was using the other day with the 2 Bulmas. The 2 Bulmas are trash. Absolute worthless units. They're just kind of there. And it's basically like a VB 1v3. I try and use the Bulmas to actually get them involved and do something, but they do so little damage, whatever. Go check out the video. And it would make showcases of older units like this harder because you're going to be fighting people who are supposed to be around your skill level more, which normally you're probably doing well and winning because you're probably, you know, do matches where you use your real normal team, not your, you know, only like weird showcase old unit teams. And so you're going to be fighting those better people who are then just going to be sweaty and not care that you're trying to have a little fun with your Bulmas. And so it's going to make actually using them tougher because no matter how good you are, when you're fighting a team of actual real units and you're bringing 2 non-real units, it's going to make life tough. And it's going to make it not as fun because you can't really use the old unit as much when they don't do any damage to the brand spanking new Go Frieza or Ultra Vegito Blue or whatever because they're an older unit and that's the brand new premium unit. You know, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I've seen Goresh say that it's going to make showcases harder. I've seen Ryuden, you know, echo that opinion, and I think it's going to make showcases tougher, which is not great. So we'll see how PvP goes. We'll see what changes they make. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it won't. Maybe this will just make content for this game PvP wise, like showcases, worse on YouTube, which would really suck. Really would. I'm not saying that just as a creator, but you know, just like that would just suck for everyone who enjoys watching these kind of videos. So let me know your thoughts on the update. Again, I'm a big fan of like the other non-PvP stuff. I think they did great with that. I do wish they didn't take away the CC from the battle gauntlet thing, but oh well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are you liking from this update? What are you not liking? Let me know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. And that's going to do it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that wonderful stuff. Don't forget to check out my Twitch, my TikTok if you're interested in more content out of me, live content or shorter content. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all are staying happy and healthy on the best of days. I'll catch you all tomorrow.